The sheriff just wanted to remind his old friend to stay safe. But the next second, the couple spun around and rushed back to their room. A storm of bullets poured in like they cost nothing. They could only scramble behind a cabinet for cover, but the killers had already surrounded the entire house. Seeing this, they decided to drop the disguise. They pushed open the hidden hatch in the basement and pulled out the luggage that had been sealed away for years. Getting ready to drive out and escape, the killers noticed the garage door was opening and immediately sprayed bullets in that direction. The next second, a car suddenly roared forward, slamming straight into the killer's ride. When every killer had their eyes locked on that car, the couple were actually driving another one. They burst through the gate with a clean drift and shot out, in a situation surrounded by professional killers. They still managed to escape unharmed. Clearly, they were never just ordinary people. 15 years ago, Ellie and Jason were not yet married. They were the top agents raised by an assassin organization during one assassination mission. They disguised themselves as arms dealers to infiltrate a gang party. After Ellie confirmed the target, she casually sprayed perfume on the back of her hand, then rushed up all smiles to greet him. The moment he kissed Ellie's hand, his fingerprint had already been quietly lifted. With the hackers' guidance from headquarters, they reached the target's office. When they unlocked the secret panel to the safe, Ellie peeled off the plastic film from her hand and pressed it against the fingerprint lock. Jason had just pulled out the hard drive with the data. When the safe suddenly triggered an alarm, even though they moved instantly to escape, they still ran right into the incoming guards. But they were the organization's best agents for a reason. This level of security was nothing more than child's play. After taking the guards down with ease, they picked up the pace and slipped out through the manor sewers. After driving to the airport, they met with the operatives sent by the organization. As long as they got on the plane and handed over the hard drive, the mission would be complete. On the plane, Ellie pulled out a bunch of pregnancy tests and told Jason she was pregnant. The child was his. Ellie thought Jason would hesitate, but instead he said right away. Once they landed, he would leave the organization and marry her, while they were lost in that happiness. Ellie suddenly felt the sickness hit her. She stood up to head to the restroom, but the flight attendant said the restroom was under repair. With years of instinct, Ellie caught a trace of something wrong on her face. She was about to warn Jason, but the attendant suddenly grabbed her hostage. Their target was the hard drive. Jason threw the drive without hesitation, while the killer's eyes followed it. The couple launched their counterattack to avoid damaging the plane. Ellie pulled the bullets out of her magazine, ready to fight hand-to-hand. Years of teamwork and trust let them move flawlessly in the fight. As Ellie took down the last killer, one enemy woke up from unconsciousness and grabbed a pistol off the floor. At that split second, Jason spotted it in time. The bullet meant for Ellie. He changed its path and it struck the pilot instead. The plane spiraled out of control, diving to the ground. The killer was still smiling, thinking he had the drive. The next second, the plane slammed into the mountain,